What's up, YouTube? So, in this video, I'm going to be doing my best to cover the day one of the Senior Bowl practices. I've done this for the last couple years. I'll be honest, I had a harder time finding film this year. I have a different job than I did last year, so, you know, my time during the day is kind of limited to be able to gather film like this. So what I ended up doing is I ended up chopping up some footage from the NFL Network's recap of it, and I also took some plays I found off Twitter. So here we go. Also, I'm not going to know all the players just yet. It's still January. I'm a Dolphins fan, and to be frank, we were in the playoffs, so I wasn't in draft mode as early as I typically am. So let's go. I've watched about 100 players so far, but a lot of them aren't at the Senior Bowl. So I do know the quarterbacks, and I do know some of these guys. So let's go. All right. So first things first, from this first rep here. I don't love how far he's leaning forward, but it's okay. He's got his hands inside. Pretty good knee bend. That's not too bad. The big thing, though, is when you're leaning this far ahead, a good cloth pull will put you down on your face. I do like this little hip toss. One thing I will say, this is fine in a practice rep setting like this. But typically, in a real football situation, if you're gonna hip toss your opponent, I'd rather you do it to the outside. Especially if this is supposed to be the quarterback, it's supposed to represent the quarterback. You don't really want to, move your opponent closer to the quarterback. Because if he doesn't lose his balance, or if he manages to get up, this can just cause some problems. I'd rather him go to the outside. Now, of course, if you're running the ball to the outside, then this is fine. This is what you want to do. But if this is supposed to represent the quarterback in the pocket, then I really wouldn't want to move your opponent toward him. But everything else looked good. His hands look good. Knee bend's good. Looks strong. Considerably bigger than the other guy, for sure. Good finish. So I like that. Also, the types of plays are kind of sporadic just because, honestly, they didn't show very many of these offensive line reps. Most of the ones I have are from Twitter, which are at the end of these clips. They're not even actually going to show this guy from Louisville. They just followed this guy for a while. Ended up cutting it eventually. Yeah, we go to here. So, this guy from Michigan. Got him playing center. He's leaning really far forward. So like I said, if your opponent, he does do a good job of getting his hands inside on his opponent, which is nice. And this can be okay if you're in a goal line situation, and you've only got to go a yard and you're just run blocking, then that's kind of okay. But typically I don't like them leaning forward this much because, like I said, if his opponent would have gotten, his hands inside and pulled some cloth, or even a swim move over the top, if he brought that right hand up and just kind of, hit him with a nice swim move, you can end up on your face pretty easy that way, just with your own momentum. But I do like his hands, some pretty good knee bend, so that's good. Seems pretty strong, driving his feet, I like that. If this was a play where a running back is supposed to run toward the middle or to the left side, I do like the fact that, he is turning his body away from the play side and pushing him, toward the right sideline away from the quarterback or running back. So I do like that. And it looks like he was against a taller opponent. And then we switch away from O-line because it was kind of sporadic. Let's see what we got. That's fine. Some of these plays aren't really that crazy. That's an easy throw. No defenders on the field. But it is what it is. I do like Rice a lot from SMU. He's a pretty good contested catch guy. Can get a little bit of Yak as well. Spears, he's a running back, and he's really started to show himself. I seen that when I was kind of putting these clips together. So I haven't watched his tape yet, but I definitely want to. I've liked what I've seen so far. And that's what I use the Senior Bowl for, is really as a tool to know who I'm looking for. Because I've already watched his film. I'm going to have to revisit it, of course. It's still January as of recording this. I don't know when this will come out. I do like seeing him be able to throw on the run. All right, we got Jaren Hall, the BYU quarterback. He's a pretty solid player. Kind of undersized, decent arm, very good athlete. Decision making is kind of questionable though, decently accurate. I think he'll probably be like a third rounder. Solid backup, maybe even a developmental starter. Definitely should sit for a while though. We don't really get a great look at the line, but let's see what we can... I don't love the hand placement by our Ohio State guy right here. I don't like how high that hand is, and I really hate how wide apart his knees are. That's not Ohio State. He's over there. This guy. I'm talking about this guy. My bad. I just assumed it was him. This the center? I assume so, because he's not wearing a glove. No, this is a tight end. Okay, that's fine. I mean, I don't like the knees in the hands, but it's better than if it was an O-lineman. All right, Jaren Hall at quarterback. Let's see what we got. That's a sack in real life. You would have gotten destroyed. Why was he running free? Boy, that offensive lineman missed with his hands. Bad. Who the hell is that? He also looks like he's from BYU. That was poor. He got his hands swiped so bad. He would have gotten his own quarterback lit the fuck up in a real game just now. All right. This is another receiver I want to check out just based off of what I've been seeing so far from the Senior Bowl. I don't know how to pronounce his name yet. But I will by the time April comes around. Still early in the process. And I know I'm already going to see people saying shit about me not knowing all these players. Suck my dick. All right. Pocket held out better this time. Actually, right tackle kind of got smoked. Left tackle, feet are super narrow. I'll look at the right tackle first, then I'll look at our BYU guy. Missed with his hands, trying to overcompensate. Yeah, you gotta be a little bit faster than that, my guy. Let's look at our BYU guy. Feet are super wide there, and then they get super... Oof. I don't know who that BYU tackle is, but I'm not liking him so far. What we got? What we got? By the way, I don't really like this BYU helmet that much. I prefer the white one. Sidebar, but still. Thought I should say it. How the hell did you drop that? I mean, that wasn't... Also, Jaren Hall has a very weird throwing motion. It's very, very whippy. Like, he doesn't put a whole lot into it. Like, he doesn't really use his body. He just kind of whips his arm. If you ever, like, take a look at how Jameis Winston throws, it kind of reminds me of it a little bit. Actually, he kind of did lead him a little far. All right, why did the pocket collapse on the left side? Oh. Our left tackle let us down again. Missed with his hands. Oof. Yo, you got to stop missing with your hands, dude. Does he have T-Rex arms? Is that what it is? His arms don't look particularly short. Nah. Kind of was aiming for the outside, too. Didn't really seem like he was trying to get him on the chest. Bad for business, man. Are we still sticking with Jaren Hall at quarterback? I also feel like the NFL Network didn't even show all the quarterbacks on their recap. I realized that Jaren Hall's probably the biggest name that went to the Senior Bowl this year, as far as the quarterbacks go. But I don't know how to pronounce his name yet, but I have watched him. My man's from Fresno State. I actually like him. He's a very competitive guy, pretty decent arm. It's like above average. Same thing with his athleticism, really. He's kind of small, but he does have above average arm strength and athleticism. Like I said, a pretty competitive guy. Shows flashes of accuracy, can get outside the pocket and stuff like that. I actually kind of like him as kind of like Jaren Hall, kind of like a third, maybe fourth round pick. I do like Jaren Hall a little bit better than him just because I think he's a better athlete. But I do like him as well. I don't know how well he performed at the Senior Bowl practice so far, but I do like his tape. That was a bad example. Did that get tipped? Yeah, it did. I think the nose tackle got it. Eating up a double team. And still, that was a good transition, getting away from the guard, getting your hand inside on the center. I hate how high this center is playing. That is disgusting. No knee bend at all. Looks like, just looks like a straight board. Almost looks like the damn Dolphins logo. Yeah, I do want to check him out. Seems to have some pretty good vision. Clayton Tune is the quarterback here from Houston. He's got some burst to him too, man. I definitely got to check this guy out. Good job climbing from the guard. This is the fullback. He's going to splice that gap. Very good acceleration. And this isn't just a Dolphins show, but as a Dolphins fan, we are in the market for a running back going into this offseason. We don't currently have a single running back on our roster next year. All of our entire running back room's contract extended. I mean, ended in 2022. So definitely in the running back market right now. And we don't have a first round pick anyway, but I don't think I really want to spend a super early pick. Is that our SMU guy? That was a pretty decent throw. Clayton Tune's a pretty confident passer too. That's a pretty decent tight window throw. Got it between the linebacker and the DB. I don't hate that. I have individual videos out on most of the quarterbacks here. I don't think I've done one on the dude from Fresno State. I think I did Malik Cunningham. I don't remember for sure. I've definitely watched the film on him already. I don't know if I've already done a video or not. But I know I've done Clayton Tune. I've done Jaren Hall. I think I've done most of them. We kind of came in on the middle of this play. I also did a video on him already. That's one of the other quarterbacks. Decent job throwing the football on the move. This is our SMU guy, but we're going to run the ball. Okay. Nothing to really say on that play. I can't believe that wasn't picked. That one kind of floated. He was in position to at least bat that down. And, I typically like to separate my Senior Bowl videos. Do O-line on one video, receivers on another. Do team drills on a different video, but there just wasn't enough footage to really warrant that this year. I found very little O-line footage. What we got here? All right, just dump it off to the tight end. Okay. The breakdown on that. I guess I can look at the line. O-line held up pretty well there across the board. No real penetration. Nose tackle did a good job eating up a double team. Let's take a look at this. I do like that he's sinking his hips nice and low. I do like that out of route runners. It allows you to explode out of your brakes much faster. From a tight end, that's pretty good. Good high point catch there. You're going to see the same thing. Okay, cool. Like, this is the type of shit they would do. They wouldn't even show the drill. They would just show a highlight of one fucking player doing the drill. It's annoying. All right. Let's see what we got. think I have this play twice, actually. I think I found the same clip on Twitter. Oh, whatever. Nice little comeback route. Let's take a look at his hips. Nice and low. Very quick feet as well. Let's look at his hands. Nice little hand fake. Nice. Protects the ball for contact. Love it. See him again? Or is this the same? No, it's the same play. Okay. Actually, this can give us a better look at it. Yeah, that's perfect. Like, look at how nice and low his hips are sinking. Like I said, if you're going to be doing a comeback route or if you're going to be coming across the field, anything like that, when you sink your hips nice and low, that's going to allow you to explode and accelerate much faster when you're changing direction. The defender already has all his momentum going forward, so he's not going to be able to stop. If you and your quarterback are on the same page, this is going to be an easy completion every time. As long as you catch it, of course. I think the defender wins this one. Yep. Do we get another look at that? Different angle. Can't remember. Yes, we do. Stays with him very nice. Kind of a size gap there. All right, here's our SMU guy. He's more of a contested catch guy. He's got a little bit of route running to him, but false start. Okay. He does have a bit of a drop problem. He's kind of like, and take this with a grain of salt because I'm not saying he's going to be as good as this player, but it's just a trait I remember early in his career. Mike Evans, if you look at his like early Buccaneers film, he was a guy that would make super fantastic contested catches that were super difficult. You know, defenders draped around him. He'd make those catches like 9 times out of 10, but then sometimes he would have some concentration drops when, you know, he was wide open. He kind of has a similar issue. It can be corrected. Like, this guy isn't like a super great route runner. He's more, like I said, he's more of a contested catch guy. Very competitive player. I have watched his tape. But, I mean, he does give you a little bit of a head fake here to make it look like he's going deep. Decent little head fake there. Makes the catch. Even with a little bit of contact. I do like him. More of a day 2 pick. Somewhere maybe mid to late second, maybe early third is what I'm kind of thinking for him. I still have to watch some more receivers to kind of get a better idea, but I do like him. I don't necessarily want him from the Dolphins. I mean, I wouldn't mind him. But it's kind of an ugly route. I mean, he made it work. He looks pretty damn tall, though. So for a tall-ass receiver like this, that's not too bad. That ain't bad. All right. Can we get a better look at that? That'd be nice. What are we doing? Jaren Hall back at quarterback. Oh, yeah. Why did he run free? Or did he? He got to the quarterback so fast it seemed like it. Did they pull? Oh, man. What did you do, center? This Michigan center fucked up before, too, if I remember right. Oh, yeah. He swiped those hands bad. And, again, you're leaning forward, so now when you're leaning forward like that, not only because I mentioned the cloth pull and the swim move, but when you get your hands swiped like that and they put you out of position when you're leaning forward and you got all your momentum moving forward, you're also going to have a hard time readjusting and, you know, trying to recover from something like this. Because now he's got to turn all the way around, and that ain't good for your health, bro. But he wasn't the only one that got free. I think it was this guy, too. Is that Ball State? Oh, yeah. What did you do to this guard? So you start off on the tackle. You kind of get under his arm. And the right guard and the running back really don't get a good... Man. Damn. Some tenacity. He got past the right tackle and then the guard and running back combo. Definitely going to have to look up who that guy is. Oh, actually, that was a swim move by the nose. If you take a better look at that, that's a good angle. So I mentioned the swim move being dangerous when you're leaning. This is a great example. And when I do my film sessions for the Dolphins and stuff throughout the year, and I keep saying, you know, because we have players that like to do that too. When I you know, really harp on not leaning like that, that's exactly why. Like I said, you know, if you're like in a 4th and 1 situation, you need a yard, and you're just trying to power run the football, it can be okay in those types of situations. But especially if you've got to pass protect, it's not great. That was terrible. What happened here? So he ran free. He's supposed to be the read. The tight end's supposed to pick him up. Why is he's running free? He what the fuck is this? Stop leaning. Stop trying to lean and quick set people, bro. The swim move is going to hurt you. Stop doing that. It's not the same. It was the Michigan guy before, but I hate it when offensive linemen do that. I hate it. Situational football, like sometimes it's okay. He didn't even do anything. This guy didn't even do anything to get free. The left guard just kind of let him go. Yeah, he's climbing. I wonder if the left guard and left tackle were confused on who was supposed to pick this guy up. Well, I guess if they're doing like a zone run and they're expecting him to have a lane up the middle, they might not be blocking him. But this just looks like a miscommunication. Yeah, because you shouldn't have 3 blockers on this one dude. And you had him in a headlock. About to get his ass in a rear naked choke. Wasn't it AJ Green that did that to somebody? That's hilarious. Okay, so from the defender, I like him getting his right hand to the inside. That can create some leverage. Now, if you can use your left hand to control that wrist, I can't really see it. Yeah, you didn't do that. You just let him out-muscle you. Okay. Okay. Fair enough. Ugh. I mean, that's not an amazing throw from Jaren Hall, but you need to catch that. And why are you trying to catch that with one hand? It's... Okay. You trying to make a Senior Bowl highlight when no one's guarding you? I don't know. Nice play. Ooh, I love the body control there. Check this out. You know, there's more than one way to make separation. He's not really getting much separation from the route, but look at this body control. And great throw from whoever's throwing this. Oh, that's fantastic. That's fantastic body control, dude. Yeah, I definitely got to watch him. Yeah, a little spin move. Gonna hit the inside hand and spin. Old lineman recovers well, though. He handles it. He readjusts. I mean, he's kind of dying a slow, painful death, but he's trying to get that left hand inside. I mean, he's fine. Tennessee O-lineman recovered well. Again, I don't like you leaning, but I think this is a tight end. But still don't love it. No, that's an O-lineman. Never mind. Thought that it was just a big-ass tight end. Never mind. I was trying to give you credit. Overall, it's not bad, though. Good job getting your hands inside. Decent knee bend. Good job shadowing. I don't like how narrow your feet got just there. Right hand inside. Okay. You know, O-lineman can pull cloth, too. That's a good example of that. You can make that work. Nice little stutter step there. Nothing crazy. Sometimes you don't have to, especially when the DB is already dying a slow, painful death. Okay, so this is where I start getting some stuff from Twitter. Sorry about the background noise, guys. So right off the bat, you know, off the line, good fake to the outside, come back in, dead. At that point, he just had him. He's got some good feet. Very good feet. And fluid hips. Oh, that's tough. Quarterback sucks, but defender wins this one, I think. Yep. Ooh, got a O-line, D-line drill. Awesome. These are my favorite. If you're not familiar with me, offensive line is my favorite position. It's the most technical in football. All right, so we got a nose tackle against the center. Kind of got his left hand on the inside. I can't tell if he's hooked it around the left arm of the O-lineman or not. Hopefully you're controlling that wrist. This position's kind of hard to tell. O-lineman handled it. The O-lineman has his left hand inside. Right hand on the outside shoulder is fine. I know that is coached by some teams. I've preferred the coaching style of getting both hands inside personally. I think of it like if you're trying to push a refrigerator over without, you know, blowing your back out. Pause. That sounded bad. Without, you know, destroying your... Jesus, there's no way for me to say that. Without hurting your back. There you go. Jesus, I'm going to leave that in. But if you're going to do that... The best way to do it is to get your hands inside and use your legs to push forward. Jesus. Oh, forgot to take this out. Well, shout out to y'all. He kind of tripped. He wasn't going to win that anyway, though. I do like him attacking the wrist, but he didn't really look like he knew what to do with it. Got your hands inside, driving forward. Kind of got stuck eventually, though. Yeah, it's a good play from the linebacker. Good job for the linebacker jumping this route. Spin move. I think that's the same Will McDonald play we seen earlier. Boy. I don't know too many of the Florida offensive linemen yet, but so far, I'm not loving them. Every time I've seen them, they've been seeming to get their ass kicked. Like, I know that Jalen Carter is a bad example because he's like a demigod at this point. But, I mean, he beat up on all those children when I watched the tape, and this is ugly. Why are you only getting one hand on him? Like, oof. Oof. You just let him take your chest. You just let him do it. Look how wide his hands are. He looks like he's trying to hug him. Or like you're... You just let him do that, and then you just let him swipe your hand. All right, we got a running back. Got some tenacity there. I like that. All right, young D lineman. Don't get caught up in the fight. You got to eventually disengage with your target. Well, actually, because this ain't even your target. This is just to protect... Well, to stop you from getting to your target. You get the leverage you want. You got your hand inside. You've got room. Now swipe this left hand and go. Don't just get caught up in the fight. Your target is not the offensive lineman. It's the quarterback or running back that's making a play. Disengage. Nice. Get your hands inside. I love it. This would be a great time for a cloth pull. Nope, you're going to get caught up in the fight too. What are you doing? You won. You won. Just disengage. Same thing. I can't see it because this guy's head's in the way, really, but it looks like his hands are inside. Use that. Oh, my God. Stop. Oh, my God. You've got the leverage you want. You've got your hand inside. He can't get to your chest. Just swipe this hand down and go. Oh, my God. Disengage. Jesus. Thank you. Thank you. The offensive lineman is not your target. Swipe those hands down and go. Actually, he had a little bit of a cloth pull in there. I love cloth pulls. I think he did. Maybe he pulled down on the hands. No, yeah, that's a cloth pull. Cool. Quarterback would have gotten smoked. That was a real play. Oof. Also, I'm sorry for the quality of some of these clips. Like I said, I had to get them from Twitter. You just let him take the inside, didn't you? This dude's tiny. Control that wrist. Okay. That's not bad. Alright, so that's all the footage I've got. I love the Senior Bowl. I try to cover this every year. I don't know what kind of film I'm going to be able to get my hands on tomorrow. If I can't get more, I'm at least going to do this again. You know, use the NFL Network's recap as well as some stuff I can find on Twitter and stuff. But either way, I hope you liked this video. If you did, I'd appreciate you hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments in the comments down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.